So with this blue moon coming up, I've been reflecting. And blue moons are actually a wonderful moment to reflect because they only happen every 2 or 3 years. So the last time we had this particular moon was August 19th, 2024. And it's a wonderful moment to remember your life then and who you were and the people that were around you and the life that you were living and how much you've grown and changed in who you are today. And there's this saying that keeps popping up in my head. Necessity is the mother of invention. And it almost seems that way. That out of necessity, as we live this life, we invent ourselves. And it's wonderful. But yeah, and I very clearly remember the last blue moon. It's very distinct in my memory. I was a very different person. I had learned to trust myself. But I didn't have as much faith in trusting myself as I do now. And yeah, very much remember that day. The blue moon, the last blue moon that we had. Hello throat, 2:33. The last blue moon that we had, I had a roommate. And I didn't know what particularly he was into. But when you know it's at a point where it's gonna blow up in their face at some point. Because it's inevitable. Certain choices are just inevitable to blow up in your face. And in my experience up to that point, I had noticed that if people are around you who an inevitable something is going to blow up in their face, chances are it's going to happen on a full moon. So at that point in my life, I had already learned if someone around you is going to have something blow up in their face, vacate for the full moon. Be nowhere near that. Because it's going to happen on the full moon. This is just how this works. Anyways, so that particular full moon, because I knew all of this, I vacated. I took my girls to the beach for the day. We left first thing in the morning, took the bus, spent the whole day there because I wanted to exhaust them so that whatever it was that was going to blow up, they would be sleeping or not home. So I took them to the beach and just totally exhausted them. And we had this wonderful dinner at a restaurant on the beach. And then after dinner, we went back to the beach and we watched the sun go down. And once the sun had gone down and the full moon was high in the sky, we went home. And it worked. My kids went straight to bed and fell asleep. And then, of course, his whole entire world and all that stuff blew up. And it was a big tower moment that I will never forget. And he ended up having to move out that day. But I will never forget that day because, first of all, it was the first day that I actually made plans in advance based on what I knew but could not prove or logically make sense of, but I knew. And out of it came a beautiful tradition that I do every year with my girls. I bring them to the beach and we have a wonderful dinner. And it's turned into a wonderful transition, a wonderful tradition that we do every year. And I was thinking about that and how in every messed up situation, something beautiful is birthed, always. And a lot of people, I think, would disagree with me. And it's true if you want to look at the world from a very simple layman's, what's that word? Anyways, a very simplistic way. Then yeah, sure, maybe you just see all the messed up situations and walk away and that's all you see. But it's a choice. You can choose to see many dimensions. It doesn't mean you don't see the fucked up. Of course, it's everywhere in life. But if you choose, why do I always do this? When I really get into thinking, I turn into baby poses. But if you choose to acknowledge the fucked up is there, but you choose to see the beautiful and the magic that is born out of everyday life, that's a choice. And it's your choice. It's your choice to choose to see all the dimensions or be simplistic. Which is funny because when you see all the dimensions, it actually turns into a simple life. Even though the complicated lives are seeing it simplistic. Love you all.